time where we actually created a video similar to this.
There's been some updates. I'm actually engaged and I am preparing for my wedding day, and in preparation, Mel and I thought it would be fun if we took you along the hair trial journey as we try different styles and kind of figure out how I want to wear my hair on the big day.
For today, we're going to be doing a really elegant downdo. I'm also going to be doing a hairstyle on my hair so you can get a bridal look and a bridesmaid look. Okay?
Yay! On both long and mid-length hair.
Yeah!
So let's just get right into it.
Sure. Because you just get to sit there while I style your hair. Now, when your hair is curly, there's not going to be a lot of work to do on the big day because you need to prep your hair a day before. So do your regular wash routine, the most trusting one, and then we can get to styling. Amanda's got her inspiration photo here.
I love this look. Of course, it's on smoothed out hair, but I really want to try it on my curly hair today to see how it looks.
So we're starting with her hair parted down the middle, and I actually love this style for you because I think it's gonna really complement your face shape. Amanda's used to wearing her hair down, which means wearing her hair down on her wedding day is gonna make her feel the most comfortable, the most confident. Adding the middle part is gonna add some beautiful symmetry to her face. It's also gonna tuck away her bangs so that there's not hair in her face, and we really get to appreciate the money maker. So all we have to do now is secure the curls and gently separate this front section. Now, what's really important here is you don't want to disturb the curls. So you don't want to take a comb and go through your hair and pull the curls apart. It's just going to create a lot of frizz, which of course we want to avoid. So gently separate all the hair that's in front of the ear, which we will be smoothing down. So we can section these pieces away. And since we are dry styling Amanda's hair, we're going to be using the Ultimate Styler from Tangle Teezer. Now, as a 2022 ambassador for Tangle Teezer, I'm really excited to be working with them on this video to create these wedding and glam hairstyles using one of the best brushes to use for finishing. Since she is looking for a half sleek, half poofy look, using this tool is going to give us the perfect amount of grip on her hair while being really gentle as well. The teeth are configured to be two-tiered, as are all the Tangle Teezer brushes. And obviously, we don't want to see any tears on the big day. Dry brushing can be very painful, but I really like Tangle Teezer brushes because the teeth on these things are very flexible, very gentle. The teeth are configured to be two-tiered, so you have some longer teeth that are easy to get right into the section of hair, the shorter teeth for overall smoothing, and if you look closely, the teeth get wider at the base. That's going to help to gather the strands together and really smooth and tuck in any frizz that you may have. And they're also not going to pull out the curl too much. So as you can see, we didn't ruin Amanda's curl. We didn't ruin her texture here. So even if you have straightened your curly hair and put in a curl with a curling iron, this is a great way to brush out those curls gently. Now I'm just going to do the same thing to the other side. I want you to watch as I glide and then twist the brush to kind of smooth all of this hair off of her face. This is helping to lift her face at the same time. You feel that tension there? It's keeping your cheekbones snatched. We love it. Now this tool is meant for dry styling and it's also not meant to be used with heat, but I will mention that I also really love it for wet styling. I find that because of the little wider base at the edge of the teeth there, it really helps with smoothing in that wet frizz and creating gorgeous ribbon curls. But I digress. If you want to check out this brush, the Ultimate Styler from Tangle Teezer, I'll have a link in the description box where you can check it out. So you'll see that we bobby pinned this right behind Amanda's ear. There's a couple ways you could do this. Instead of bobby pins, we could have also taken the hair and pinned it or put a ponytail in it all the way at the back of Amanda's nape to really keep it snatched and sleek. But the problem with that is we would lose all of this hair for volume. So we're going to keep these pieces here to continue framing her face. And all of this hair back here is going to fall over top, hiding any of those pins.
I would love to know, on your wedding day, did you choose to wear your curls or did you choose to wear your hair smoothed out?
Or if you're not engaged, do you plan on wearing your hair curly?
Yeah. I personally never thought I would ever consider wearing my curls on my wedding day because, as you know, I used to hate my curls and I would never attend a formal event, never mind my own wedding day with my hair curly.
At the end of the day, you need to wear whatever style is going to make you feel the most confident and the most beautiful.
Exactly.
And if that is your curls, then why wouldn't you?
So although I am confident that I do want to wear my curls on my wedding day, I just don't know what style I want to do yet. So that's why these videos are going to be really helpful.
Now let's get your thoughts. Do you like a little tendril here? Amanda, what do you think?
I don't think I do.
We want it to be really clean and snatched.
Yeah.
That's the contrast here. We have snatched and sleek, and then we've got the curls party in the back. So if you get a good look, you can see that there is still texture in this section. This kept a little bit of wave without being frizzy and without being too straight. So we love that.
It gives it a more natural finish.
It does give it a more natural finish. It looks more organic. I think it looks really pretty. So now comes the fun part. We're gonna work on the back. I'm gonna spin you around, and right here, right in the crown, is an area that I wanna focus on to achieve some lift. So we got some of these root bump things. It reminds me honestly of like a bump it. These are Velcro, which don't let that scare you. It's fine. It's gonna cling super well to your curly hair and not go anywhere, which is what you need. I'm gonna lift up that section, and I am gonna back comb the underneath. This will make the hair a little bit frizzy, but this hair is going to be hiding. So I'm just going to add a little bit of texture here. And notice how whenever I'm teasing curly hair, hold on to your ends so that they don't get messed up. You just wanna make sure that you're back combing a little bit at the root for some volume, but not ruining the definition on the ends. I am checking to see where I want that height, and I want it right here. So I'm gonna clip away all of the hair that's in front of that, and we're gonna place in the bump at the root. Make sure that it's center on the head, and we're still gonna pin it down for some security. But it's nice and Velcro, and it does stick. Now here's the thing, if you don't have enough hair to cover, you have some curly hair extensions, I would place it right above that new Velcroed section. Place the remaining hair on top. That added so much more lift.
I love it already.
To match your ring, you could use a device like the Blinger to help add some sparkle. But before we do that, we are gonna keep adding a few more hair pieces just to help add even more volume. In Amanda's case, not so much length. These are clip-in extensions from Curls by Bibonia. I actually put a color mask over them to match our new brunettes. So to match Amanda's layering, I applied higher at the front of her head and lower at the back of her head, just to kind of give her an angle to match the layering that Amanda has. Her layers are shorter in the front, longer in the back. And this, obviously, as you can see, just blends so beautifully with her curl pattern. And actually, we have a couple more of these bump it things. These ones are cool because they're like a pin. And I want to add them to the sides of Amanda's hair just to continue blending. You know, this is a trial for both Amanda and me. We're going with the flow to see what works. You getting excited?
Yeah.
Amanda's actually very nervous for her wedding.
I am.
You were just telling me. She's
I'm very
nervous about
nervous.
planning.
I'm nervous about planning my wedding. It's a lot. We've booked the venue and the church, so we have our date solidified. It's going to be in November 2023, so you can expect videos like this up until then and after that.
If any of you have wedding planning tips, tricks, recommendations,
Let me know.
send it over. Give us a shake test. The shake test is absolutely key anytime you're styling, but especially if it's gonna be your wedding day, if you're gonna be dancing.
It feels good.
Okay, so now that we've pretty much put the style in place, if need be, we can go in and refresh some curls that might have gotten a little bit frizzy. I prefer not to do this with an iron, only because if you don't have the proper iron size, then you really notice which curls have been curled and which curls haven't been. So we're just gonna go in with a refreshing spray, and we're just gonna mist it over a couple of these bits.
Good.
And this is actually how I styled the extensions. I'm using my finger like it's a curling wand, just twirling it around. I could pin curl it to dry, but that's not needed. In Amanda's hair, that's just gonna dry perfectly as that is. So this tool is really cool. We're going to just open her up, and we're gonna use it like a stamp on Amanda's head. We have 2 bling sizes. We're gonna first go in with the bigger diamonds.
I feel like you're stapling my head.
Do you want it symmetrical on both sides?
No.
You got Amanda, what if we put in some light blue, the small ones, for something blue?
No.
Now what's really important when using the blinger on the lengths of your hair when you have curls is you need to make sure that you're putting it on the outer part of the curl so that doesn't get hidden away.
And that, my curl friends, is one beautiful looking bride-to-be, all blingy, in a down-do made for you.
So now as a bridesmaid, or maid of honor, or just as a guest to a wedding, but for the record, this style could also look beautiful in a wedding gown. We're gonna put together a half up, half down style. So what we're first gonna do is get your face frames. Your face framing bits are the best accessory to any hairstyle. Sorry, Amanda. The bling looks good too. So we're gonna first start by gathering half of our hair. You don't wanna pull too much hair up. That way you can keep some fullness on the bottom. As you can see, I've got some face framing pieces that just fall out of the style. That's because I've gotten some curtain bangs with benefits, which I absolutely love. I want all these pieces to stay out of the style. It's just gonna add some softness around my face. And now with this big piece, I'm pulling it straight up and back so all the hair can flow that way. I want to achieve nice amount of volume up here. So we're going to do a little poof style situation. And even if you don't want to leave out a lot of hair, make sure you do leave the section that's right in front of your ear because we're going to need it later.
I situate the hair where it's going to sit at the back of my head, and I already start fluffing the hair in my crown to create some volume. I'm going to put a clip to set that in place, and with the length and ends of that hair, I'm going to create a twist. So I split it in two, twirl both sections, and then twist them into each other to create a 2-strand twist. And I twist that into a little twirly bun. And as you can see, she's looking rosy.
You look like a little rose petal.
That's exactly what I was going for.
Yeah.
Now with these front pieces, we're also going to twist them. And we're kind of sweeping away. We're pulling the hair up, and away, as opposed to twisting down here to keep everything up and lifted, which is gonna help to open up the face as well. We're gonna pull that up and around the rosy. Now for some finishing touches, I'm gonna be using an eyebrow pencil just to fill in at my part a little bit. This is a great tip to kind of help cover the scalp in some styles. I like using eyebrow pencils with a really fine tip. You can really create those hair-like strokes that way. And then for some shine and frizz prevention, I'm gonna take a hair pomade. I'm just gonna melt that between my fingers and really focus it on the outer canopy of my hair that's gonna be exposed. Gorgeous, it's got some shine. All I need to do is accessorize. It's simple, but not basic. The curls are on display, but not too much in your face. There's really elegant detailing. It lifts right at the cheekbone, accentuating the structure of your face and really balances out beautifully in the back as well. You can see how there is height and everything else is in line with the same focal point coming to my cheeks, my face. The best part about this style is it can look gorgeous on any length of hair from a bob to really long. If you like today's styles with your main girls, Mel and Amanda, the bride and the bridesmaid,
Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, especially if you think this is a really good contender for my big day.
and thank you again to Tangle Teaser for working with us for a portion of today's video. Again, if you want to check out the link to this brush, it will be in the description box below, as well as any of the products and tools that we use in this video. Until next time, make sure you are subscribed so we see you in the next video.
Peace.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to my studio. We're going to be getting ready for a wedding. And just like that, she's ready for makeup. Oh shit, your face is already done.
On both long and mid-length.
Length. The tip of the tongue, the tip of the lips. We're crying, screaming, throwing up,
Yes.
and styling. So it's fine.